Hey everyone, thanks for joining. I'm Emily and we're at the Creighton School of Business today with Professor Bev Kracher, and we're going to talk to her about some interesting subjects. So what's on your mind today, Bev?
It's finals week here at Creighton University, and so what's on my mind is cheating. And I'm thinking about the pressures that people have in their lives. And so, first of all, I go back to the business world, and I think, people have pressures with regards to making the finances. And in school, students have pressures about making the best grades they possibly can. And in both cases, it leads to a lot of temptations. And students and business professionals might be tempted to cheat when they're under pressure. And so I start thinking about what kinds of behaviors actually can be seen as cheating. And, some cases are really obvious, but others aren't as obvious as you might think. So let's look at the business world and think about being, let's say, a graphic designer. It's really clear that if you just take a project of someone else's and call it your own, then that's a case of cheating. But what if you're a graphic designer and you go to one website and you pull a graphic, and then you go to another website and you pull a graphic, and you put that together and call it your project? Is that cheating? Because you didn't make the graphics that you pulled from other places. Is that cheating? It's not as clear as the first case. And when it comes to students, there are some things that are clearly cheating. You look on somebody else's test when you're taking a test, that's cheating. You buy a paper off the internet and it's not yours, that's cheating. And I'm talking with students, it's clear to them that those are cases of cheating. But what's not clear is the use of prescription drugs. And the ones that the students are talking about these days, and I know they've been around for a number of years, but the ones I've recently heard about are Ritalin and Adderall. And students are wondering whether it's cheating if you take these kinds of drugs. Now, most people know what the drugs are. They're used for the treatment of ADHD and ADD, and they're prescription drugs, but they're basically amphetamines. And they can be useful for treatments of these particular issues. But what's happened is kids have the prescriptions, or a parent does, or something, and they get a hold of the drugs, and then they use them in order to study for tests, etc. Not everybody's using them, some are. And so students are saying, well, is this cheating if you use them? So we have to think about this. Is it cheating? Well, cheating is defined as taking an unfair advantage, right? Using unfair measures in order to make a gain. And so is taking something like Adderall cheating? When it comes to sports, we look at steroids as cheating. And why do we look at steroids as cheating? Well, because there's an unfair advantage there, right? You take the drug and then you're able to bulk up in a way that other people can't. So when you hit the baseball, you can hit it farther than anybody else. And so it seems unfair that you can do that because you've taken a drug. So is Adderall like that? Well, Adderall doesn't make you any smarter. But it does allow you to stay more focused and more motivated over a length of time. So is that an unfair advantage? On the other hand, coffee can keep you up longer and keep you more focused. Red Bull, people are drinking this. It can keep you more focused and give you more motivation. So, but that's something that everybody uses, and I don't know anybody that would say that drinking coffee or taking Red Bull is cheating. So where is Adderall? Is it more like the steroids or more like the coffee and the Red Bull? Is it an unfair advantage? I think that's really the question. The unfair is what we want to get to. And I have to say, I find students as well as business professionals, because I've talked with them recently at a couple of association meetings about whether this is a kind of cheating. And people have different ideas about this. Some say that it is more like the steroids, and some say it's more like the coffee. But what I find when I talk to the really smart students, and I just talked with one, his name is Cameron Nath, and he's in my business ethics class, and he said something really quite smart. He said, it's illegal. to take it if you don't have the prescription. And in this particular case, the legality drives the ethics. Because if it's illegal to take it, if you don't have the prescription, then you're doing something that's unfair. That not everybody can get the drug. Only the people that have the prescription or have the friends can get the drug. And that's where the unfairness comes in, and that's where the doing something unethical comes in.
All right. Thank you.